Hi everyone. Week 3 is complete. I know I've been on a little hiatus as far as taking a daily log of my experience. Just been keeping up with the reset, cooking, and juggling everything that I have going on. But tonight is a very important night because I am officially done with the ultimate reset. I had my dinner earlier tonight and I am feeling ecstatic, proud, a great sense of accomplishment. I was so scared of doing this when I first bought the kit months ago, and I procrastinated and I just kept putting it off. And now that I'm done, I am, just so happy and excited that I did it. And now thinking back, I'm thinking, why did I wait so long? I loved it. I mean, it was challenging, but what isn't challenging? Anything that I, take on as a challenge, it's always hard, but I concentrate and I commit to it, and I try to follow the program as it's laid out. And I do struggle, but I get through it. And that's what happened with the reset. And there's lots and lots of benefits that came out of the reset. I went back and viewed my day 0 video, and just to kind of see what my thoughts and fears and my excitement were prior to starting, and just to see how in 3 weeks where I'm at now. And I am glad I did experience this firsthand, because now when someone asks me questions about the program, or just advice, or people going through the program, I know and am confident and comfortable with how to respond. Whereas before I didn't know too much about the program, even though I had it and read it. It makes a world of difference when you go through it yourself firsthand. As far as ridding the body of toxins, I think that's what happened. I did feel at times tired, a little bit achy, and but now I am feeling like rejuvenated, energized, and ready to take on the next challenge that is ahead. One of the things that I talked about in my day 0 video was eating and learning how to cook fresh, all natural food, meals from scratch, which really didn't happen too much before, because I am busy as I am. I always try to get something quick and easy, low maintenance, things like that, and sometimes that comes with a cost. I do have a better relationship with food now. I love it. I know that eating food in its raw form and cooking from there yourself has lots of benefits. And as I watched some of the cooking videos, as I was doing the reset and kind of seeing how they prep the food and the meals, every food that they chose had a purpose, had specific nutrients that your body needed depending on what phase you were in. And it was very helpful to know all about that, because you're not wondering, well, what were they thinking, or why am I eating this, or why did they pick this, or why did they combine these two different items together in this meal. So I really enjoyed that aspect, and it's going to make it easy for me in the future when I plan my meals, to know how to mix them up, how to put them together. I now know how to make better choices, because in addition to all the meals that you have for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, there's also a couple pages in here that talk about what snack options you have. And all the snacks that are on here are basically, fresh, natural, raw food that is easy to put together and throw in the bag or in a container and take it with you. So I'm looking forward to trying out some of the snacks that I did not try, and and that's going to help me make better choices and try to keep the processed foods at a minimum. Now, some of the fears that I talked about on day 0 were time management, and that was very challenging for me during the reset. You can never pick a good time, a 3-week window where you're not gonna do anything but concentrate on this program, because life does happen, things come up, and events, just take place, and it was challenging, but I made it work. I basically prepared every single meal, and if I was going to a wedding or to a birthday celebration or to a picnic, I took my food with me in my container. I have a good insulated lunch box or lunch bag that came with me wherever I went. And yes, it did take discipline, but it wasn't too bad, because like at the wedding and at the picnic where I took my meals, I didn't really feel like I missed out on the food that was laid out there, because my food was so much better, so tasty, so filling. The only thing that I did feel like I got left out on was cake at the wedding. I absolutely love cake, wedding cake with buttercream frosting, but I said no, and I stuck to my guns, and I stayed true to the program. And so I know that I can do it. I got tested, and I passed. Like with flying colors, I like to say. So as far as time management, it was just all about prep work and looking ahead to see what meals were coming up. And the way I went about grocery shopping is I took a look at like 4 days at a time. And then I also try to get those items that are non-perishable, such as herbs and, well, seasonings and olive oil and all the oils that they have us use, stuff that doesn't go bad too quickly. So I just took a look at 4 days at a time. That way my fresh produce wouldn't go bad and they were still fresh. So that made it a little easier. And just looking ahead, and also the night before I will take a look, okay, what do I need to prepare for the next day? Is there anything that I can do right now so that I have less to do to the next day? So that helped. Coffee withdrawal was another one. I am a big coffee drinker, and I do plan on going back to drinking coffee. Not to the extent that I was at the time. I am gonna be mixing in tea with my coffee. And as far as withdrawal, I didn't really get a headache or anything major. I know the first week I was really tired, and I don't know if it was because I was not having my coffee or not getting enough sleep, or just the fact that I was ridding my body of all the toxins and that was wearing me down. But I can't attribute it to not drinking coffee. That wasn't such a bad thing. I did miss it, but I just drank tea and lots of water, which was very helpful. Feeling hungry. For the most part, I did not. When it was getting close to mealtime, I was hungry, and nothing that water or hot tea wasn't able to fix. And I kind of learned throughout the process not to always reach for something to eat the minute I get hungry. Instead, I learned to reach for water, and more often than not, that helped put my mind off eating and to get me through to the next meal. And one thing that I did notice as I was paying my bills was how much money I saved these 3 weeks. I mean, I did make an investment in the program and in buying groceries, but one area that I did save money was buying coffee and my lunch at work every single day. I was just astounded at the amount of money I was spending in like 3 to 4 weeks. So my plan is to continue taking my lunch to work, and cashing in on those cash savings, and putting that money towards something else. So let's see. Another great positive was cooking. I'm not the greatest cook. I'm great at following recipes, but my problem was, again, I never really made time to cook, or I have a bunch of cookbooks that I never pull out or I seldom use. But you know, the Ultimate Reset book or recipe portion of the manual is basically the first cookbook that I've done practically almost every single recipe in it. And it was great, and I feel more confident in my skills and more adventuresome as far as trying different recipes and different items. So I am excited to continue to use some of these recipes and to pull out some of my recipe books and even some that I found on the internet that I, filed away. I'm planning to pull those out and then also to share as much as I can to with people that I know and care about. All in all, I had a great experience with the Ultimate Reset. And tomorrow morning, I will be taking my final measurements, which include weighing in, taking my measurements, and then I have some calipers where I'm going to be taking my body fat composition. And from what I can say right now, in terms of physically how I am feeling, my clothes fit great. Actually, some of them actually fit a little loose or looser than before. And I also took a look at a video that I made. It was called "'Twas Night Before the Reset," where I was making a dressing, and I was carrying so much weight around my middle. And now when I look in the mirror, I have really slimmed down in that area. I know I lost a couple inches there, and I just feel less bloated, slender, and more energy and more confident. If you're thinking about doing this program and are on the fence, just stop it. Just move forward, take the plunge, because you will not regret it. It's one of the best things I've done, and I'm even thinking about maybe doing the reset once a year. It'd be a good way to fine tune my body every year and just like reset it, because I know I'm gonna be incorporating back some foods back into my diet that may cause toxins to get in. We're all human, and so just take the plunge. And if you have any questions, feel free to view any of my previous video logs, or even to contact me directly through Facebook, or if you're local here, or just give me a call or email. I'd be more than happy to help answer any questions or calm any fears or concerns that you may have. So I will log off, but just wanted to say that I'm a happy camper. I will post another video tomorrow morning after I take all my measurements and my weigh-in. Have a great night.